My best friend, David Lloyd, is coming over from Britain for brunch, and we are going to talk about that wretched war we just had. Last time, when we met at my other house on Quai d'Orsay Street, 70 other representatives from 26 nations in this war came to help chat about it. We made sure to exclude any one of those lame countries that lost. Germany, Austria, Hungary. But now, David and I are inviting Woodrow Wilson from America, Vittorio Orlin from Italy, and even Friedrich Ebert from Germany. We'll see how it all pans out. 11% of France's entire population was killed or wounded, and ceded Alsace and Lorraine to Prussia. My aims are very simple. I want the German military so weak that they will never be able to invade anyone, especially France, again.
I'm a little scared for our meeting today. George, Woodrow, Vittorio and I are hoping to knock some sense into Friedrich today. If I come across as too soft on Germany, I'll get kicked out of office, so I have to represent my people well. If I said I would make Germany pay only because that's what the people of Britain really wanted. But truthfully, Germany could be an important trade ally for us in the future, so if we damage them too much with this treaty, I will not be able to build this special trade relationship. This peace must not be too harsh, that would just create another war. This must be a compromise between Clemenceau and me. I will also push for a bigger navy to expand British control of the sea, increasing our trade.
I'm awfully excited to present my 14 points to my friends today. I'm hoping they'll all join the League of Nations so we can ensure future world peace. The world will be safe with my 14 points. What we need is a disarmament of Germany and a League of Nations where countries can talk about their problems without war. I also will strive towards self-determination for Eastern Europe countries.
This sucks. I just lost 2 million people in this dumb war, and now Friedrich, Woodrow, George, and Vittorio want to set up some dumb arrangement to take away my land, colonies, and so many of my rights. But if these 14 points that Woodrow is going to bring up follow through, it won't be that bad.
These men promised me my land, the Alps and part of the Adriatic, during that city war, and they haven't even received it yet. I better get those during this agreement, or I'm going to withdraw.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Friedrich Ebert to represent Germany.
Oh, we know who you are, Friedrich. And I'm George, David Lloyd George.
Yes, and I am George Clemenceau.
Well, golly, guys, we ain't here to fight. The fighting's been over for nearly some days now. But yes, sir, I am Woodrow Wilson, from the great states of America. And my name is Vittorio Orlando, but when do I get my land?
I'm just going to start by telling you guys that I'm really hesitant to be here, considering Ulrich and Gustav tried meeting with you previously and refused to sign this treaty right when they read it. I don't think I'm going to want to sign it either.
Yeah, well, you know what? You attacked us so many times and then tried to blame the start of this whole thing on Russia when you know it started with you helping out Austria when that Serbian fellow killed your little friend, Franz Ferdinand, and you went power hungry.
Yes, that's right. You tell him, David. Frederick, you remember August 22nd, 1914. How could anyone forget? 27,000 killed on one day, killed by your soldiers.
Guys, calm down. We don't need to get defensive about our past. What's done is done. Let's just take a look at my points.
Oh, you weren't even involved at this time, Woodrow. You don't know what you're talking about. You barely were even a part of this war until 1917, when you asked Congress for a war declaration on Germany.
Yes, but what about my land?
Oh, yes, good point. Let's get back to negotiations. We really need to get this thing signed.
Well, I really am interested in what you have to say. But guys, just take a look at my 14 points. They advocate peace, freedom of navigation, equality of trade, reduced national armament, open-minded and impartial judgment of all colonial claims, the evacuation of all Russian territory, the restoration of Belgium, freedom of all French territory, including Alsace-Lorraine, a readjustment of the frontiers of Italy, free opportunities to the people of Austria-Hungary, the Turkish partition of the Ottoman Empire should be assured, secure sovereignty and independent Polish state, and general association of all nations to afford mutual guarantees of political independence and territorial integrity.
You've gone all about these points since back in January of last year, and we don't care. You barely did bloody anything for this war, coming in so late and losing no one compared to us.
Oh, come on, guys. Without us, you would have never stopped the German forces at Chateau Thierry. I helped a hell of a lot.
Guys, I already signed that armistice with you back on November 11th to stop the fighting. Why do we have to go through all this again? And I really am only willing to agree to this thing if it has to do with those 14 points that Woodrow keeps bringing up.
No, 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 we aren't going with that. Here is the treaty.
You're agreeing to a 13% reduction in your national territory, a loss of all overseas colonies, and a 12.5 population reduction, and your coal, iron, and steel industries will be restricted. We'll return Alsace and Lorraine to France and prohibit your annexation of Austria, Poland, Danzig, and Czechoslovakia. We'll demilitarize the Rhineland and force you to take full responsibility of this whole thing.
No, guys, just look at my 14 points, please.
Just get over these 14 points and tell Friedrich here what else this treaty has in store for him.
Alright, but we are really making a big mistake here, Freddy boy.
What? There's no way I'm signing this treaty. Do you think I'm crazy?
You have no other choice.
You must sign this treaty.
We are forcing you. You have to do it.
Well, fine.
Yes, signing here shows that you agreed to these terms on the 18th day of June 1919.
Well, I am pretty happy because I got some territory back. But I am not fully satisfied because I think that we need greater revenge on Germany's wrongdoing.
I'm glad that I get a bigger navy, but we were pretty harsh on Germany, and I hope that this does not affect our budding trade relationship.
Y'all, this is not a good idea. My 14 points was the only real answer to this crisis. And to see them ignore it is just an insult. Future problems will result from this decision. And I will just sit back and watch and say, I told you so. And nothing really happened to me. I didn't get anything, but I didn't lose anything either. I basically have no influence on these decisions.
Well, I've lost everything! But just because I've agreed to this doesn't mean there isn't room for a dictator to rise soon. Mwah, ha, ha, ha.